right, this is Debbie back with you from Carl's Speed Shop, and I have with me during Bike Week Daytona 2008, Mr. Carl Morrow himself and his son Doug. Welcome to the show today, Carl.
Thank you.
All right, Carl's Speed Shop. You've been here in the Daytona area, expanded, got off of the Beach Street area a couple of years ago. How long have you been at this location now?
We've been here about 14 months. We built this from scratch and moved here. We have a larger facility and 2¼ acres with 350-foot frontage. We're really happy here.
You got a lot of nice view, water. You got a lot of nice parking.
Well, we do. We have a lot of parking, and we have a 70,000-gallon waterfall that you'd only see in a place like Disney or something.
Well, that's exciting. And your property allowed you to host a wonderful bike show this year. You had some great, you pulled out some great ones out of the closet this year.
And it's really turned out well, and we can thank Ironworks Magazine for actually promoting it and running it, and it did well, and the participants were very pleased. And we think this is the beginning of getting larger, bigger, better.
It sure is. It can only be the beginning. But Carl, you got to tell us about the name of your shop is Carl's Speed Shop, and the word speed is for a particular reason. You and your son have known, the only thing you've known in motorcycles your whole life has been speed. Is that right?
Well, that's right, all my adult life. And of course, Doug, he's been with me working in Carl's Speed Shop for 18 years. And we've been in business 37 years. And started in California by myself, and we've grown this Carl's Speed Shop, Harley Performance Center, and embellishing the Harleys and doing the necessary service and repairs has got us into this new place. That's our roots.
There you go. And Doug, tell us about the marketplace these days. The buyer, the consumer, still looking for more speed in their bike?
Oh yeah, it's very prominent. Speed is something that you don't have to use it, but it's always nice to have. So, you know, if you want to go fast, we're the place to come to.
Now we're getting into a market where there's baggers and bobbers out there. They are still looking for speed as well?
They sure are. I tune lots of bikes, especially Bike Week and Biketoberfest. And, you know, there's always somebody with a bagger looking to make it faster, and we make it happen for them.
Now, between the two of you, you sure have a lot of awards and plaques all around the shop here about your race days.
We have 166 national world records, and we've been in business 1969. I think, Doug, the number would be close to 66 that he set himself. Of course, they're all Carl's Speed Shop prepared. And we always had a motto that we build, race, and win, and we've done that. Around us, you see us surrounded by records on the wall. There's no BS here. We just do it and have done it.
That's right.
We'll do it again.
Keep doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us about your line of bikes you have on the floor. You got a liking for the big dog bikes.
Well, yes, we decided as a family to take on that line, and it has been the greatest with Big Dog. The business relationship is incredibly good, and it's top branding of the Big Dog custom motorcycles, and it's been worked with the staff at Wichita, Kansas, and they've been very supportive, and they like us too.
Doug, what do you think about the performance the Big Dog bike gives you?
I think there's a lot of potential. You know, we can turn out an easy 130 horsepower at the rear wheel with these Big Dogs, and you know, you can use it when you need it.
And we have S&S engines, and they're 117 cubic inches with the Baker 6-speed. And real important, a 2-year warranty that's real. And Big Dog really backs their product.
That's great. Now, we've seen you on Discovery Channel as well, Carl, doing some high-performance work there.
Oh, yes, that was a couple years ago. That was with Jesse James, and it still plays it occasionally. We have it, and he really praised me all through the 45-minute. I didn't know he was going to do that, but I was grateful he did.
Well, it's great to have someone that knows his business and has been around a while and knows his speed.
You know, people want to know, Carl, how you make them go so fast. And really, it gets down to basic. Once you've done all the wrong things, there ain't nothing left, and we're way over the wrong things.
Nowhere to go but up, right?
That's right. You just got to really just work hard at it, and I've done that decades ago.
All right, Doug, any last words to our viewers here? Tell us about Carl's Speed Shop.
It's a place to come for performance, Big Dog service. We rock and roll and make it happen.
And where are you located?
50 South Nova Road, Ormond Beach, Florida.
John Levy with JRL Cycles out of Black Hawk, South Dakota. This is the Radial Chopper, 7-cylinder airplane motor. Brought it down to Daytona for the first time and won People's Choice at Carl's Speed Shop. Had a great time.
Hey there, it's Debbie with Born to Ride TV, and we're here at Carl's Speed Shop during Bike Week 2008. What a spectacular day it is today. Carl's having one outstanding bike show, and this is John from JRL Cycles, right, John?
There you go, JRL Cycles. Yeah, we have the aircraft engine bike here today.
Definitely an aircraft engine. This is an engine we've never seen before. You took People's Choice Award. Tell us a little bit about this engine and what it's about.
Well, it's a 7-cylinder radial airplane motor that dates way back. It's actually dates before the V-twin, and it makes a hell of a motorcycle motor. It's very low vibration, very low revs, high torque, and makes an excellent motorcycle motor.
Now, is this fueled just on regular high-test gas?
It is, yes, just premium pump fuel. It doesn't take avgas or anything. It runs right out of the pump, and just creates a whole bunch of torque, and it's fun to ride. Everybody's looking at it.
Yeah, they sure are. Tell us about the open primary here. A little bit of different engineering going on in the open primary.
We do. It is narrow. It's only 1 3/4 inches wide. It's a Brute 3 drive from Primo. It's an extended drive. We had to find a belt that was long enough. We had to go to Europe to find it, but we found one that fit. We just converted where the propeller goes to a pulley and brought it back to a Harley-type clutch, and from here on back, it's all Harley-Davidson or V-twin stuff.
Now, John, we know that Jesse James is one of the famous builders that uses your motors. We've seen some debut there, but this one's quite different. This is your original.
Yeah, we work closely with the motor guys that actually make the motor and see if we can turn the motor this way and still provide adequate cooling for the back of the motor. We originally had thought about putting the motor sideways like Jesse James did, but it provided such a complicated drive system. It was much simpler to turn the motor. It's much narrower, simpler drive, much better setup for a motorcycle. What's
the rake on this?
The rake is 50 degrees total. It doesn't look like 50 degrees because you have the motor hanging out in front of the neck, but it is 50 degrees total.
On the other side of the bike here, we have carburetor, all the spark plugs, everything. When you have one foul out, where do you start?
Well, you have dual ignition, so if one fouls out, you never even really notice it. It is 14 spark plugs, but we haven't had any ignition trouble so far, so we're running good.
And tell us about the back end of the bike. Looks nice and clean. Nice system going on here, belt driven.
Belt driven. We're working on our second bike, which is a chain drive bike, but this one has an extended belt drive that took us a long time to get the belt long enough. We finally found one that Gates manufactures for a company in Japan, so we ended up getting it from that company in Japan and got the extended final drive belt. So, but like I said, the next one's chain, and that seems to be what most people want on this type of bike, so that's what we're running with.
Who's helping you out with your tires?
Tires, we have Avon tires front and rear, and I would like to mention those guys because they've been a lot of help. We have Sturgis wheels front and back, 21-inch, and of course the 300 rear. So it's been a good partnership with us so far.
John, JRL Cycles, where are you out of?
We are just out of Sturgis, South Dakota, in Blackhawk, about 20 miles from Sturgis. So it was a long haul down here, but we're definitely glad we made it, especially here to Carl's.
Well, congratulations on People's Choice Award. Give yourself a little plug. Where can we get a hold of you? Where can we find you?
Easiest way would be the website, jrlcycles.com, and all our information is on there. If you need a phone number or anything, you can definitely look us up there.
This is Paul Tuttle, and you're watching Born to Ride.